make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Here we go, let's round, let's round.
They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go. Ohio. Let's go. Let's round.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And he motions the wide receiver. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And Murray's kick is up and good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. to run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
He'll look to throw, and he fires one incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep to return it is Lucky Whitehead. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to trot out there and try and slow them down.
Now they try the right side here. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Running with Howard. Huge play there for Chicago. 69 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal. Toss, Cohen. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 4th down, it's Howard. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. So on 4th and goal, Howard unable to get there. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Here's Michael Pilardi now, on for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Trubisky draw play, gives to Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first, they go right back to Howard, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
All right, here we go.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Flushed out right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on, let's go. Try and 38. Try and 38. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
They're going to look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And a give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. The first carry for the Utah man now, it's Joe Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. 3rd down here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build who's going to make the big play.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Murray's kick is up and good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is taken at his 4. Room here to run. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Let's go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go with Howard again. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5.
Let's go. Green 38.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go. Green 38. Ohio.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. in midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Back now at Soldier Field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now here's a carry heading left. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill off the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Here we go now.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Second down following the run.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Here we go now.
Here's Trubisky to throw. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go. Grand 38. Let's round.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Here we go. Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Let's round. Let's round.
They'll set up to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. 1-9. Let's round. Let's round. Ohio. Ohio.
Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game.
Ohio. Ohio. Let's go. Grand 38.
Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And tough starting field position here.
Here we go now. Green 30.
On the give, running right is Howard. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Trying the right side with Howard. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Patriot! Patriot! Back 99 Philly! Detroit! Leopard!
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Jacob Shum now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go! Ohio!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. 38. Left round.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Left round.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Then the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.